Okay, so that's everyone. We got everyone 5 years. We're still going in with 9 million. So that was my thing. We didn't have to get rid of BX. We didn't have to get rid of Juice or Otter. All right, they're still on our team, and we have 9 million going in. Oh, Duchesne, he didn't want to sign. I thought he would want like 7.5 mil. Oh, we got him for what, like 4.5, 4.25 or something like that. 4 mil, something along those lines. Just a great pickup. All right. So first day of free agency, baby. So boys, I'm gonna wrap up this video, show you everyone. Okay, you know what I'll do first? I want to do this the right way because once I finish this video, the next video I'm going to sign these players. So remember, it's the top 6 are skilled, the bottom 6 are grinders. Okay, that's my team. That's the way I like to create my teams in the simulation. So look, the first 2 lines, we're just counting the first 2 lines. You need 6 players. It comes down to math. Doesn't matter how many great prospects we have. It comes down to 6 players. Duchesne is going to be one of them. Johansson's going to be another one of them, all right? O'Reilly, he could be one, but maybe we move him down to the second line or the third line now, all right? So have an amazing third line center if we can replace him, okay? So that's what I want to show you guys. He's up in the air. He's a tweener right now. Obviously, we have Duchesne and Johansson. They're the only 2 who are automatically going to be on the first and second line, okay? Left wingers, Yakupov, he's on the first and second line. Ott, no. So we only have 3 so far. And then right wingers, Nash, Landeskog, yes. All right, so there's 5. And O'Reilly would have been the 6th. Grigorenko, he's only an 80 overall, boys. I don't think it's time for him to come up. Look at his offensive category. It's not bad, but again, we're a Stanley Cup winning team, all right? O'Reilly's stats are better than his in every category. So I think Mikhail Grigorenko 1 more year in the minors. I know, boys, but it's just we have so many great players. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. All right, so Grigorenko, I don't think he makes our team this year. Because he would be the kind of player who'd be on the first or second line. But we already have 5 players for sure. And O'Reilly is the tweener, all right, boys? So keep that in mind. Now, the bottom 6 forwards, let's think of this. Again, O'Reilly's the tweener. All right, we don't know for sure. Marchand, yes. McClement, yes. 1-2 punch. Yes, absolutely. That's 2. Ott, yes, that's 3. Moss, yes, that's 4. That's 4. Okay, so we have 4. So we're gonna have to sign. We definitely have to sign 2 grinders or one superstar center. Move O'Reilly down and then 1 grinder. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We're gonna look at the free agency list, but just keep that in mind. And then defensemen: Hamonic, Goodbranson, DeHaan, Bieksa, Murray. 1 defenseman. It doesn't matter what style he is. We have 2 ways. We have offense. We have 2 defensive defensemen. I would want another 2-way or another defensive defenseman. I don't like offensive defensemen. We have 1 in DeHaan. He's outstanding. That's all we need, okay? Unless it's like a Nicholas Lidstrom. I know he's retired, but you know what I mean. A superstar offensive defenseman. Yeah, okay, obviously. But, so we just need 1 defenseman, and then, again, 2 forwards. 2 forwards. That's what we need. That is what we need. We definitely need 1 grinder. Absolutely 1 grinder. It doesn't matter if we move O'Reilly down. We need 1 grinder. So that's what we're going to look for here. So first, let's just go to goalies just to check it out. Anderson's there. Yep. All right. We don't need a goalie. But remember, Nabokov retired, so we might need a backup going into the season. A cheap backup, all right? Maybe Dan Ellis, 82 overall, 1.7 mil. Remember, we're trying to save some money here. Anderson, he's 3.5 mil. No way. Unless we can afford it. Defenseman. All right, so we got Paul Martin, Matt Karkner. He's a tough guy. Oduya. So Oduya's up there. He is up there. Green, Mara Method. Okay, so it looks like it's between Paul Martin, Oduya, and Green. All right. Paul Martin's a 2-way defenseman. He's great at offense. He's great at defense, but he's not as good as defense as Oduya. All right, so keep that in mind. He's better in the offense. Oh my God, what's going on? Friggin' drinking too much ginger ale here. Excuse me. He's better in the offensive category, but is not as good as the defensive category. And he is 1 year older, and he wants more salary cap than Oduya. All right, so keep that in mind. Karkner, he's a tough guy, not the greatest discipline. I don't want a tough guy on the point. Oduya, once again, look at his stats. Great in the defensive category, great in athleticism. All right, he's cheaper than Paul Martin. And then Green, again, he's more expensive. Green is a offensive defense. I thought it was a defensive defenseman. So this is an offensive defenseman. You know what? I'm looking at this. I don't want Green. I want someone with a better defensive category than offensive category. All right, we have DeHaan. BX is even good at offense. So it really is between Martin and Oduya. The more I'm looking at Oduya, the more I'm thinking to myself, yeah, we should just re-sign this guy. All right, Oduya, he only wants 1 year. He wants 1 year at 3.8, so we'd probably have to jack it up to 4. All right, so that would take us to about, I don't know, 5.5 million to be safe. All right, so keep that in mind. So that's our one defender. Right wingers now. So let's see. We can get Martin Erat. No. Remember, we have our wingers. If we're going to move down, well, Johansson could be a winger, but I like O'Reilly's face-off rating. So, I mean, just look at these players. Briere, no, he's getting too old. McGrattan boys, some snipers. The best grinders, though, I think Tomo Rutu, two-way forward. He's got a good body checking. He'd be good on the third line as a right winger. He would, and then Moss behind him. So Tomo Rutu might not be a bad decision, all right? Left wingers, Ryan Clough, 4.5 mil. He's more of an offensively minded power forward. Look at that. His defensive category, not the greatest. Doesn't have the greatest discipline. I'd rather Malone. Malone, it's kind of the same thing. He's got the D minuses though. He might get worse as the season goes on. King, Hordichuk, Kunitz. All right, so it looks like it's really between Clough and Rutu right now. All right, yeah, Clough and Rutu. Or both of them, right? And then keep Johansson on the second line. Or O'Reilly on the second line, sorry. And then the centers, Gostad, Grinder. He's good, but he doesn't have the greatest. He's good in the defensive category. I like that. And he doesn't have bad athleticism, but his discipline is kind of down. It's not the end of the world for discipline, but still, if I could find someone who has good discipline, I'd take him over that guy. So yeah, it looks like the 3 grinders I can choose from, or 3 good defensive players, Gostad, Tomo Rutu, and Ryan Clough. All right, so do I get 2 of those guys? It looks like I have to get 2 grinders and leave O'Reilly on the first line. Or are we making a trade here, all right? Remember the offseason trade. So there's plenty of things that we can do. Remember, we need 1 defenseman, and then we need 2 forwards. Either make a trade for our first or second liner, and then move O'Reilly down, and then sign one of those guys, one of the grinders here, or just pick up both grinders, leave O'Reilly on the second line. All right, he still wins a lot of faceoffs. He's still great defensively. He's getting better still. He's young. All right, leave him up there, and then just get another defenseman as well. So let me know, boys. I want your opinions. And if we are going to make a trade, who do we trade, and for who? All right, don't just say Stamkos or Crosby. Who would we trade away? Are you talking about trading away O'Reilly? I don't know about that. I like our core. Remember, we're a good team. We're a Stanley Cup winning team, so put some thought into it, all right, boys? For Johnny Superb Man and the Great Domsky, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.